Hello, MPI community. This is Paul Van Deventer, President and CEO of MPI, and I am so excited today to introduce to you an incredible video. This is a video of a speech that our 2018 chair, Amanda Armstrong, gave at WEC 2017 in Las Vegas. In the speech, she talks about how volunteer leadership and engagement in MPI helped her advance herself and her career. It's such a powerful message, and it's one that I hear so often from tenured members of our community. How if it wasn't for MPI, they wouldn't be where they're at today. If it wasn't for those volunteer experiences, if it wasn't for that time of the chapter, that they would not be able to get the true value from themselves or from this community and from MPI. So I encourage you to listen to the video, and more importantly, I encourage you to get engaged, become a member, volunteer at your chapters, and support yourself and this community. Advance yourself, move yourself forward. Thank you for what you do for MPI. If you're already volunteering, tell your story like Amanda is about to tell hers.
Good afternoon. It's an honor to be on this stage as your chair-elect. And thank you guys for your support. There are many chapter leaders and members out there who've supported me, and you have voiced that the last couple days, and I feel the love, so thank you. Many of you know I am not a professional speaker, but I'm a meeting planner, like many of you out there. Yeah, right? And what's scary is we're behind the scenes people. We're not really on the stage people. But here I am on the stage. And the reason why is I want to share a couple of insights on career advancement. If you want to grow, you have to take risks and jump into new opportunities. And when you do, it's uncomfortable, like right now. But you do it to grow. So in the name of taking risks, I'd like to share something personal with you. You want to hear it? Okay. In 2012, at WEC in St. Louis, there they are. I was sitting with you guys, and the chair, Kevin Hinton, who's down here somewhere, he addressed the audience. And I asked myself, what would be my message to the MPI membership? And I wrote down my thoughts. And it's actually blowing my mind that I'm sharing them with you now. But for you skeptics in the audience, you might be asking, that was 5 years ago. How could that still be relevant now? Well, I read your membership surveys. And for most of you, career growth is the #1 reason that you're involved with this organization. And we have that in common. So I hope sharing my story empowers you to invest in yourself and use this organization to achieve your goals, both personally and professionally. Okay, all right. Okay, let's flash back to WEC in 2012. At that moment, I was and I continue to be grateful to be a part of an association that had grown with me as I developed from a meeting coordinator to a corporate meeting planner to a manager. As I sat in that ballroom chair, I was thankful for two things. First, education. Second, mentorship. First, MPI's education. It really helped me build a strong industry foundation. For example, I attended chapter lunches about hotel contracts, as understanding legal clauses was critical for my job as a corporate planner. I participated in AV online webinars, and my AV techs were so thankful that I could finally speak their language. I actually used the correct terms for stage wash and par 4 lighting. And then the meetings outlook. I made time to read each and every issue. It kept me thinking strategically about risk and opportunities and what's next in our industry. The second thing I was grateful for was mentorship. Earlier in 2012, before I made my notes, Kitty Ratcliffe, who's the past MPI chair and president of the St. Louis Convention and Visitors Commission, asked me to co-chair WEC. Talk about an incredible opportunity. Gaining experience with a citywide event, broadening my network, working with our industry leaders. Kitty, thank you for that pivotal volunteer opportunity. Now, she's just one of the mentors that have supported me in my career. And guess where the other mentors came from? This MPI community. So 5 years ago, I drafted those insights about gratitude and education and mentorship. But there's another key component to my career growth: volunteerism. Volunteering was instrumental in developing my leadership abilities. With each volunteer role, I gained new skills and broadened my business network. And where did it start? At the chapter level. Why? It was the safest place to practice public speaking, negotiate in-kind sponsorships, and mediate some committee differences every once in a while. You name it, and you're going to face it as a chapter leader. But how did that transfer to my day job? Well, being involved with this organization strengthened my skill set and my industry contacts. By MPI made it easier to find trusted DMCs, AV companies, hotels, and many more business partners who were endorsed by my peers. That network was critical to my position at Enterprise Rent-A-Car. Being a volunteer pushed me forward faster than I thought I could go. In 7 years, I went from committee member to the International Board of Directors and now chair-elect. And thanks. Thank you. Who do you think I shared my volunteer accomplishments with? Come on, career advancement. My boss, that's exactly right. And why? Because it demonstrated my professional growth. Telling my volunteer story with strong business metrics proved I had the skills, the network, and the experience for the next step at Enterprise. So, is volunteerism powerful? Absolutely. It helped me achieve my career goals. But it's more than that. There's one person in this audience, here it comes, that taught me its importance, and that's my mom. There's a note in the prompter that says, "Don't cry." I don't know if I'm able to do it. Throughout my childhood, volunteering was a priority. Contributing to something bigger than yourself, a charity, an advocacy group, your community, it was important, and it was a family value. Leave the campsite better than you found it. Thank you, Mom, for teaching me that service leads to true happiness. My challenge to you is to look at volunteerism in a new light, to shift your paradigm. Don't give your time, invest your time. Invest it in something that you're passionate about, and more importantly, invest it in yourself. Make volunteering a growth opportunity. Try new things, embrace being uncomfortable, and push yourself. If career growth is your goal, use MPI to get there. Tell your manager about broadening your network and growing and strengthening your skills. Being at WEC is a great start, and I hope that you won't lose the momentum that you've begun over the last few days. I want to keep in touch. I hope that sharing my story conveyed the skills, experience, and network you gain from volunteering, and that being a part of something bigger, something that you believe in, is worth prioritizing in your life. I believe in MPI. And I believe that you, our members, are this organization's greatest asset. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you for being a part of this community, and I want to thank you for being advocates for our industry now and in the future. And by keeping in touch, we will support each other as we take risks together and accomplish our goals together. Thank you very much.